Alright, how's it going, everybody? My name is John. I'm here with Patrick Cadillac, part of the Patrick Dealer Group in Schaumburg, Illinois. We have another awesome video for you today because this is a 2025 Cadillac CT5. We are super excited to have these in stock. Let's talk about it. The 2025 CT5. Now, they did a little bit for 2024 to upgrade these. They did even more for this year. So we're going to talk about some of those differences. Starting off with some of the big ones, you got an all-new headlight design. Goes along with the kind of more vertical design that you see on a lot of other Cadillac models. Kind of brings it all together. It's part of the family. You got a sportier front bumper. Even though this is a luxury package car, you're going to know it's a luxury package car by having the chrome around the grille there and the little chrome inserts in the grille as well. You'll also see chrome trim around the windows and a little bit on the mirrors there also. These are also the luxury style wheels. These are 20 inches. They look fantastic, especially on a black car. This car is in black Raven paint. Cadillacs always look good in black. They never won't look good in black. Always a stunning car. But let's flip this thing around. I'm going to show you the back. Alright, there we go. Now, this particular car is a 350T model, so not confusingly, it has a 2-liter inline-4 turbo that puts out 237 horsepower and 258 foot-pounds of torque. So, real easy to remember, but yeah, plenty of grunt to get you down the road. And then you have a little bit more distinct rear taillights, a little bit sportier of a rear bumper. You still got the chrome exhaust tips down at the back. And of course, being a Cadillac, you have a massive trunk in here. Also, fit whatever you want in there. You could rent it out as a 3-bedroom apartment if you really wanted to. Just absolutely huge. Of course, you got things like a backup camera. You got surround view cameras on here also. Super helpful. Just loaded up with features, and a lot of those are going to be found on the inside. So let's go hop in there. I'll show you what that's like. Alright, now stepping into the 2025 CT5, and the biggest change right off the bat you're going to see is going to be with that 33-inch curved LED display. Just looks absolutely fantastic. I love the way that they integrated it into this kind of previously existing dashboard. Just looks like it was always meant to be there, and I gotta say, this thing is sweet, and it's huge, and just also super intuitive with the way that everything is laid out. So on the left side here, you got your gauge panel that is going to control what shows up in your instrument cluster, kind of driver-centric part of the screen there. So for instance, we're on the clean section now, which is going to give you the most simplified version of the gauges as possible. You got your map version, which will just bring up a giant version of Google Maps, which is fantastic. Looks just like it does on your phone, works just as well as it does on your phone. Really is that good. And you also have Google Assistant in here, so you can just tell Google whatever you want to do, and it will do it right off the bat for you, which is super nice. And then your last setting here is the gauge setting, which is going to give you kind of your classic tachometer, speedometer, time and date, things like that, your music options that are available as well. Just kind of your classic infotainment setup. You'll also notice that this car has carbon fiber trim, which looks unbelievable. Absolutely love carbon fiber, and it is just sprinkled kind of everywhere all over this interior. Just looks absolutely fantastic. Love it. On the steering wheel here, this is for all of your cruise control. So you have all your cruise control settings there, as well as voice recognition and your Super Cruise. Super Cruise is now standard on all of these cars, which is fantastic. You'll see it kind of light up on the steering wheel there when it's activated, and then it will manage driving down the highway by itself for you. It is awesome. I will definitely be doing a video soon on how Super Cruise works and demoing it for you because it is unbelievable. Stay tuned for that one. Then over here you got your seek for tracks, your volume, your changing for input sources, things like that, mute button, volume, all those kind of things. Now with this screen here, all of the icons are all fully interchangeable and customizable. So for instance, your Google Assistant button, which you're going to be using quite a lot, if you want to move it, say a little bit closer, all you got to do is just kind of drag it, hold it down, whoops, there we go, and then drag it, hold it down, and then it'll move over for you. Really is super simple, and then all of these shortcut buttons are all nice and big, so you're not pressing some itty-bitty tiny thing as you're driving around. Just those little thoughts that the engineers put in mind that really help make a car super useful. Then you also have little shortcuts down here for things like your home, your different settings for customizable layouts as well. You got your maps on here also, music, things like that. Just super helpful. Then you'll also notice down here you have a separate control for the climate control. So it's really nice that you don't have to dig through all the menus in the screens to get to things like your heated or cooled seats. And then you also have fan speed. You can adjust those with little paddles there also, which is nice. Down here, these lower buttons, you have your heating and cooled seats. You have your parking sensor button. This one is actually for your self-parking. So the car can actually parallel park itself, which is super cool. It'll guide you through what to do, and then it'll just park itself. Super awesome. Then your parking sensor button, your hazards, of course. This is for your lane departure warning, where it'll vibrate the seat, letting you know when you're drifting out of your lane. You also have your 360 cameras, which are fantastic in here, give you a nice overhead view to see everything that's around you. And it'll even help prevent you from doing things like curbing the wheels, which is always nice because these 20-inch wheels are very nice, and I'm sure they're not that cheap to replace. Down here, you have your different controls for driving dynamics. So your mode button is going to switch between your different driving modes. So when you press it, those are going to show up in the center screen there. You got sport mode, of course, will make the throttle response a little sharper, heavy up the steering a little bit, adjust the brakes as well. You have snow and ice mode, great for our Chicago winters. Your My Mode, which is fully customizable as far as all of those settings. And then Tour is going to be kind of for your long kind of road trip settings, things like that, where you just want to cruise on the highway, go long distances. It's going to give you good gas mileage, things like that. Down here, you also have your traction control button, your auto stop start, and your auto hold button. Now, auto hold is one of my favorite settings in these cars because whenever you come to a full stop, you can just let your foot off the brake. The car's going to put on its emergency brake and hold you in place. And then when you're ready to go, you just hit the gas and it starts moving again. Just so you don't have to sit there at a light with your foot down on the brake the whole time. Just super, super convenient. Makes it a lot more relaxing to sit in traffic, especially. Then you have your wireless charger there, your shifter down here, a couple controls for radio and music, things like that, and a dial if you want to adjust and go through the screens that way so you don't get fingerprints on there. You can also use it down here also. Then of course your cup holders there, good amount of room in the middle there. I like that it's side opening, and you have a couple power outlets there as well, USB and USB-C. This particular interior is called Sedona Sauvage, which is unbelievable. It's kind of like a vintagey kind of leather. I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but it actually has like kind of a very light distressing kind of coloration on it. Just gives it a really, really rich look, and it just looks fantastic. These seats are super, super comfortable, and mixed with the kind of sporty accents like the carbon fiber trim, just all around great package. All right, thank you all very much for watching. I had a great time making the video for you. Leave a like and a comment below. Make sure to watch some other videos I put up on the channel. That'll help us a lot. Have a great day. We'll see you in the future.